Twin coming at you. Today I'm on a group ride. Well, it's not really a group, it's just, it's exciting though. This is, I think, one of I Ride 705's girlfriend, right here, who I'm following. I think it's one of her first, like, big, long rides. So, like, she's been out a couple times, kind of learned how to shift through the gears. And now we're going to go for a little tour around Manitoulin Island with her, just so she can get a little more comfortable with riding the bike, which is going to be a lot of fun. It's always neat to see someone new starting out and have them I guess she stalled there. That's alright, it's all part of the game. Damn, man, everybody's gonna stall. In fact, just this morning, I Ride 705 stalled, I think, twice. So I wouldn't worry about it. She is driving a CBR 125 Repsol edition. You'd actually see the bike in I Ride 705's one of his latest videos. Actually, he went out and did a little review on the bike and shows how fast it goes. It's kind of a dinky bike, but I mean, for a first bike, it's a really fun bike to start on because you don't have a lot of fear of crashing it, or not so much crashing it, but letting it get out of control. There's really no way it can get out from underneath you. So it's a great bike to start on. And she seems to be doing fine, which is awesome. I feel like Shade Tree Surgeon right now. He just did a video like this too, where he went out for an inaugural ride with one of his Shade Tree Army companions who had just gotten their own bike, her own bike. So check this out. So we came through here this morning, and there's a mark on the road I want you to check out right here. That's I Ride 705's burnout. I think we might have gotten footage of it. So, but yeah, so he's spending the long weekend with his girlfriend up here at the boat, and what I'm doing is I'm actually going to. Oh, I think she's missing a gear. What I'm doing, you got it. Get it back, you can find it. What I'm doing is I am going to actually visit my dad at his camp. It's called Spring Bay. Sorry, I just want to make sure that she's good. I hope she doesn't want me to pass her. I don't want to leave her like behind us, because just in case something happens. So what I'm doing is I'm going to my dad's camp called Spring Bay. It's actually a Pentecostal church camp for 2 weeks out of the year, and it was quite the experience when I was younger. I've been going there since I was a kid, but it's a little bit of a different experience going to a church camp when you're younger. And I mean, I've got nothing but good things to say about the people. I really don't want to get too far into the whole religious aspect of this story, but what I do want to cover is just how I feel like it's kind of a shame to have to go through the motions of being in a Christian household when you're a kid. Now, as I've grown up, I've kind of, you know, as you grow up, you form your own ideals and your own opinions and your own morals and values in life. And everybody has that. Everybody has something that they kind of either do or don't subscribe to. Everybody has an opinion one way or another, whether it's no opinion at all. But growing up in a Christian household, it's really hard because whether it be Catholicism or Christianity or Hinduism or any Muslim, any religion that your family subscribes to, that they want you to follow in their footsteps doing, is kind of a hard deal. Because I mean, as a kid, all you want to do is please your parents and please the adults around you. And when you're growing up in a household like that, and especially when you're doing things like going to church camps, you're expected to do those things with them. And I know a lot of parents out there are going to say, well, I let my kids make their own decisions. But at the same time, you're taking them to church with you. And you're rewarding them when they become more indulged in whatever religion you're subscribing to. You reward them. You let them know that it makes you proud that that's what they're doing. And it just sucks because I grew up thinking that if I didn't become a Christian and a good Christian, and that not only did it mean that I wasn't a good person, if I grew up doing anything that displeased the Christian community, that I would also be a bad person. And it's just sad because it gets instilled into your head as a young kid, and then it's hard to kind of break away from when you're older. It's hard to still have the same relationships with those people that loved you so much as a Christian, but you know will kind of have different opinions about you now that you've kind of grown out of it, so to speak. And so that's kind of the annoying part of it, and it's the thing that's sad about it. And so now it's just, I'm kind of telling this story because back to this Christian camp, I haven't been there in probably about 6 years now, 5 years. Now going back here, it's kind of bringing up these mixed feelings of remembering how, I mean, my dad is a Christian. He's actually an ordained reverend, and my stepmom is a hardcore Christian. I mean, if she ever saw my vlogs, I'm pretty sure she would have a heart attack, because I don't even think she knows, like, I remember one time when I was 18 years old, she tried to ground me for saying balls. So, I mean, she's pretty hardcore, and that's just not something that I would want to expose her to, because I don't think she'd be able to handle it. My dad is pretty, he's pretty worldly. I think he knows a lot of what goes on, and he's not ashamed of it. He's not ashamed of me, and he's a good man, and he accepts me for who I am. But it's just weird going back here and having all these feelings come up about all that conflict that I had when I turned around 18, 19 years old, and I really started to make my own decisions in terms of being what I wanted to believe in and what I felt I needed to explore for myself when it came to my beliefs in spirituality and religion. Now, like I said, I'm not going to go too far into what my actual beliefs are. I don't think that's something that should be discussed on a YouTube forum. It's just too deep. There's too many questions. There's too many answers from different people with different opinions, and it's just something that's stupid to argue about, especially over something like social media. So I just wanted to give you my little background story of where I'm going today, going to this Spring Bay camp. It's a pretty cool place. We still had a lot of fun times there when I was a kid, but I'm sure a lot of you guys have had the same or similar experiences as kids, growing up in religious or non-religious, even people who grew up in non-religious households and wanted to explore religion where maybe their parents didn't see it as kind of the right thing to do, or like just seen it as kind of like a funky way to live. There's IRAD 705 doing some Jax Teller for you. It's pretty funny. Anyways, that's going to conclude this vlog. I just wanted to tell a little story for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it didn't make too many of you cry or too infuriated. That's it. Darth V Twin out.